Let's dive right in to how I manage my time as a new creator on LinkedIn. And for all of you guys that are used to seeing me go live every single week, hi, it's been like 3 months. I've not died, but I'm going to record this episode today for and with somebody in mind, not just myself. And so if you are joining me live or you're watching in the future, hi, I'm Crystal. If we haven't yet connected over on LinkedIn, or if you're watching this on LinkedIn, hi, I'm new here. But I've been creating since 2015 online. And if any of you haven't yet checked out my YouTube channel, it has got over 1,000 videos from my years as an access consciousness facilitator. But I was talking to a creator today, and I wanted to go into the three big things that I am navigating myself and using tools around that might help you if you are also in the beginning stages of growing either an existing business that you're now going full tilt boogie on, or you are just need a boost or something else. When you are just starting anything, everything gets out of whack. You are completely imbalanced. I don't care what anybody says. There is no work-life balance. You are balls to the wall, doing your thing, going full tilt. And so what is helping me a lot right now are some of the tools that I used for the 9 years prior to this year that I want to share with you today. Before we go into how I'm managing my time, I want to encourage you to sign yourself up for the waitlist. I have created a new program called MoneyShift, and we are going to become money. We are going to teach you and empower you with the tools to shift where you're functioning from in any given moment. And we're going to install your money stability system. So the cohort for that opens soon. So if you know that you want more of this in your life, go ahead and get yourself on the wait list. I never know where it is. All right, let's talk about time management. The first thing to kind of get about time management is that it's a little bit of a myth. I am an avid calendar user. I like putting things on the calendar. I kind of live by my calendar. And when you are creating something, you are way more like an artist. And you're going to notice my eyes flit around because 82 times a day, I am cleaning up my office from the mayhem. And that's how art is in the beginning. When you have an idea for something and you head into your studio, which is what this is, we're in our studio, you're on LinkedIn, you're recording videos, you're talking to new clients, you're connecting, that's your studio. It just gets messy first. Even when you're cooking something. I know one person that cooks like a meticulous scientist, but she was a meticulous scientist. I don't know anybody else like that. Everybody else I know that cooks like an artist. So you got to get that in the beginning. It's messy, but there are some tools that you can use to help you choose what to do in a given day, because when you're just starting with something, there's a lot to do. It's you, right? You plus you. So here's what I'm doing. I learned 9 years ago from Mr. Gary Douglas of Access Consciousness that you have to know what your priorities are and then keep them in front of you, essentially. Now, you can know what your priorities are by what you're spending your time on. The tricky part about starting a new business is that there's a lot of stuff, and you're going to have to forgive me. This is going to be super ADD because I'm just doing this off the cuff. So when money and business are at the top of your priority list, that's when your life works. Now, when you're just starting, you're building up momentum so the money and business part can work. So a lot of times when you're just starting, it can be it can be discouraging. It can be distracting. It can feel like it's taking too long. And all of that's true when you're just starting something. But what you want to do in a day where you've got this, and everything's pulling your attention is you want to keep cash flow at the top of your awareness. Now, the thing about becoming money, being money, this is relevant to time management, is that you are the source of the money that's showing up in your life, whether your business that you're building right now is generating that money or not. If you are every single day showing up on LinkedIn, showing up on YouTube, showing up in your social media, your business is going to grow. How long that will take, we don't know. And what shape that will take, we don't know. But we do know that it will grow. So there is a requirement when something's starting to do that everyday stuff, because as you and I both know, that's going to create the momentum. And for those of you guys that are watching this on LinkedIn and want my affiliate link to the course that I took, that's literally taken my impressions on LinkedIn from 0 to 200,000 in 45 days, let me know. So we got to do that stuff. Okay. So that's part of keeping money in business at the top, is doing that stuff. But also our lives have to work. And so I've talked to a lot of you. Some of you have full-time jobs, you're on it. Some of you don't. Some of you are like, I'm going all in on this thing and this has got to work. Now, the tricky part about that is you could easily slip into, I need this to work and this has to work. And those energies are going to kill. Those are where you deprioritize money in business and you prioritize instead need and lack and scarcity. And so this is where becoming money is so key, because as you're growing things, you can't do, I need this to work, this has to work, because those energies will literally push money away. So you want to keep money in business as your top priorities while staying spacious and powerful and knowing that you are the source of what's showing up in your life. And if you want something up different to show up in your life, you can choose something different. All of us have ancillary supportive skill sets that we could use to go create some cash if we need to while we're building our big idea. And if you look down here, this is my new big idea. This is MoneyShift. This is going to be my signature program. It's going to be for 6 months. You are going to go through it and become money and learn the tools and put in your money stability system so that when you exit that program, you are living out total peace with money. Your income is increasing. Your savings are increasing. That's the target. That idea gaining momentum is going to take what it takes. And that's a part of becoming money as well, that knowing that you are building something, it is growing, it will go somewhere, and it's going to take what it takes, but you know that what you're choosing is the thing you need to do. And this is all the ADD romp around prioritization. So we do need to do those things every day that are going to build now money and future money. Because if we don't build a future, there won't be money when we get there. But we also need to show up for ourselves financially and go, okay, so what do I need to do now for money to come in now? So it's both. And that's what's tricky about starting something, is you do have to work on two fronts. Now, the other two things I wrote down that I'm juggling, that you're probably juggling too, is listening to my body and choosing on quicksand. Because we are in a formative time. When you are building something, you're juggling on quicksand. So number one, make sure you've got into your routine the business building exercises that you know you need to do. So if you're building on LinkedIn, for example, you're spending 60 minutes to 90 minutes a day at a certain time every day with your content. You are making those targeted connection requests. You are commenting on other people's stuff. You're finding your people and making sure that they know that you're there, getting in their orbit. Eventually over time, you're going to start just gently messaging people and building those relationships. So that's essential. But here's the other thing about that. And as somebody who's like been very consistent for the last 45 days and plans on being consistent for the next however long, I also know that every once in a while you're going to wake up and your body is going to be louder than your need to maintain your routine. And so we have to be prioritizing money and business along with our body. Part of the reason for my pivot, the pace I was keeping, the amount of hustle I was doing, created carpal tunnel in both my arms and my wrists. And that goes up into your shoulder, and then your arms start to ache, and it's miserable. So that came from me not listening to my body over years and years and years. So we have to include our body. This is your body. This is the one you have this lifetime. We need to take care of. So sometimes you're going to be doing your routine and you're going to need to listen to your body. So money and business and body are kind of all a little ecosystem up here at the top of your life. Now, keep in mind that there's other things in your life. There's family, there's relationships. When those pop to the very top, that's when your life stops working, but they still need to be paid attention to. So I would say you've got money and business and body up here, and then you've got your family, relationship, and body bubble here. And sometimes they overlap, but the key is to stay really present with, my life's got to work. Okay. This is the key thing. So if your life's not going to work directly from the thing you're building, the thing we're nurturing into existence, your big idea, yet then we also have to be creative and make our life work in other ways. So that's being money. You are money. You are the source. Spirit provides you with energy to create anything you desire to create. And that's it. So there's a few tools you can use when you're in the mix to know where to put your attention. There are too many things pulling your attention. And there's a few things to know about yourself. One, you're a perfectionist. Two, you're going to want to try to do everything right. Three, you probably have a very beautiful aesthetic that you want to maintain. You'll notice I've got my thing over here and my logo over here. I don't know where anything is.